Hello and welcome to Writer Rant, author advice in 5 minutes or less because I have to get back to writing and so do you. So this week I'd like to talk a little bit about praise, and this is somewhat similar to last week's episode about award-winning authors and novels and books and those kind of things. And the idea is that when you're trying to sell your novel, you really want to get kind of the reviews that say, oh, this is the greatest book ever, I totally, couldn't put it down because my hands were glued to the cover, and those kind of things where it's like, okay, hey, yeah, this book is really great. You've got kind of somebody vouching for you to say, okay, hey, you might not know about this book, you might not normally pick up this book, but this person here on the cover, on the back, in the first couple pages, says, hey, this is a great book, you should buy it. There's a little bit of a double-edged sword here, like I was talking about last week with the award winners. When it comes down to it, it's like, okay, so you'll have a blurb on, let's say, the cover, which, of course, I don't like that. I don't think the blurb should be on the cover, but even the most successful authors do it, so I'll kind of let that slide. But when it comes down to it is, if we as the readers don't know who this person is, like, why should we care? I mean, you could go up to some random person on the street and say, hey, I'll give you $5 to, flip through this book and tell me something great about it, and then you put that person's words on your book. Again, does that mean anything? I mean, when it comes down to it is, you really got to have people who hold some weight, right? Because if the praise that you're getting for your book is coming from friends and family, I mean, obviously it's going to be biased because, well, they know you, they don't want to hurt your feelings, they're going to be, oh yeah, no, it was totally great, this is the best book I've ever read, those kind of things. And, I mean, that's great, it's a good encouragement, that's something that, I think every author should have, is that tight-knit kind of friends and family that is encouragers. But don't use that encouragement necessarily as praise for your book, either on the book itself, like within the pages of the book, or online, where it's on Amazon or Goodreads or wherever, where these friends and family are posting 5-star reviews, glowing, just, oh, it's so incredible. Because when other people who aren't related to you and don't know you start putting their reviews online, suddenly it becomes very obvious which ones that are connected to you, because then it's like, oh, I read this book and it's terrible. Like, I don't know where these people are getting these 5-star reviews. Where are those coming from? And it becomes obvious. Well, you probably either paid for them, or you found a reviewer who just always gives out 5-star reviews. I mean, what you really need is somebody who's kind of a known reviewer, who is a critic, right? You need somebody who's critical of your work to kind of say, hey, I'm very tough on this kind of stuff, and there's things that, minor things that most people might gloss over, could take a critical reviewer and kind of lower the score. And if that critical reviewer, who's very critical of the works that he's reading, or her or she's reading, if they love this book, then clearly, that is praise that you should have for your book. And if nobody knows who this person is, even if they are a kind of better known reviewer, you still might not want to necessarily put their name right on your front cover, because again, nobody's going to know who they are. Even other authors. I mean, you can have, oh, hey, so-and-so writes this great book, and it's a blurb from some author of some other book that I haven't heard of either of them. What good is that? Anyways, what about you readers? Have you picked up a book and you're like, I don't know who's praising this book, I don't know who this is. Drop a comment below, tell us about it, and if there's anything else that irks you as a reader or writer, let me know and I'll get to it in a future episode. And thanks for watching this episode of Writer Rant. I'm Benjamin M. Weilert.